Annyeonghaseyo from Korea. Welcome to Next Matchup. Today we're cooking Naengi Doenjang-guk. Naengi is this, it's shepherd's purse. Doenjang is soybean paste. I've got it right here. And then guk means soup. So Naengi soybean paste soup is what we're making. We do take this as the star of the show, which is Naengi. It's got a beautiful sort of hearty spring flavor to it. So this is the ultimate spring dish in my opinion. If you love sort of vegetarian options, then this is the perfect dish. Though of course you could add meat if you really wanted, and I'm using anchovies to help make the base. If you really don't want to use anchovies, you can take those out. You'll still get a perfectly fine base without these anchovies or the anchovy stock that I'll also be adding. Let's begin. This dish is perfect because of how versatile you can be with the ingredients. There's almost any mix of vegetable that you can put in depending on what's available to you. Though like I said, it is a spring dish, so try to use spring vegetables. For instance, I'm using these button mushrooms. Now normally in Korea we don't use these mushrooms with doenjang, but one, they're in sale so they were available, and two, they cut up very well and they go perfectly with this dish because of the sort of different flavor they bring to it. But of course you could use other mushrooms instead. Though if you do use mushrooms like pengi boso, which is like these thin ones, you're going to put it in later. Whereas these ones we're going to actually fry off first, which you're about to see. So since we're using bigger mushrooms, take them, get your pan ready, and we're frying the mushrooms in a bit of salt and a little bit of oil as well. What this is going to do is also coat the pan with a little bit of sort of mushroom pieces, which we're going to use for our stock. So as it cooks down for about 5 minutes, maybe a little longer if you want. If you have time, you can always cook them a little longer, get more flavor out of your mushroom. Now in the pan there's going to be a lot of sort of flavor on there. We want to keep that there. Then take your mushrooms out of the pan when they're done and just set them to the side. We'll return them to the soup later. Fry up your anchovies in the same pan and don't wash the pan. All that mushroom is going to be in there, so give them a quick fry, make sure you're not burning anything. And then when they're fried off, to get rid of that sort of anchovy smell, add your water and your stock ingredients. What you put in is up to you. I'm putting in a bunch of leftovers. If I had to do it again, I'd also add some spring onion perhaps, but I didn't have any lying around. For your shepherd's purse, the main thing for preparing it is to give it a good wash. It's quite gritty and there's often bits of dirt that get stuck everywhere, so you really want to give it a good wash. So the main part first though is give it a wash and then add a little bit of salt to it and let it sit and rest for a while before you give it a second wash. And you've got to be really careful. You can see a lot of the pieces of naengi sort of leaves are slowly coming off, so do be very soft with it, not too hard as you're washing it. Try to use your hands to get each individual root a quick rub down with your fingers. I'm also adding tofu. I feel like you can't have we're gonna have doenjang, the soybean paste and stew. You really have to add tofu. I just find it adds so much, it adds a lot of volume to the dish and you can get a lot out of it, and it sucks in all that delicious flavor as well. Tofu is just the perfect ingredient for this. Just cut it up into cubes, it's pretty easy. We'll put that in later. Now, after a wee while, probably 30 to 40 minutes of boiling our yuksu or our stock, we're ready. Ooh, look at that. That is full of flavor and it's going to give it a good base. I mean, you could do this with just water if you want to skip this step, or use a stock bag. Those are often used in Korea, just a quick stock bag to throw in your soup. But I find to make it myself, I love doing it this way. But you can save a lot of time by just using, pre-prepared stock. So here's what I mentioned about our naengi earlier. We're going to wash it again and get right in there. Get your fingers in there, rub down a couple of them. Just really check for any bits of dirt and sort of also maybe some not rotten but softer pieces of naengi that you might need to remove. So there's the stockings. Look at the beautiful color of that. That is absolutely delicious and full of flavor, as I always say. Get the mushrooms, garlic, and a bit of anchovy stock. I'm not going to use too much because I can add more later if I want. We don't use soy sauce because we want to maintain a bit of that browner color, and if you add soy sauce in, it'll darken it too much. Now here's the fun part. Mix in your soybean paste and a little bit of red pepper paste. You can skip the red pepper paste if you want because you don't need to add red pepper, but I think you'll find that it adds a nice sort of extra level of flavor and it doesn't make it spicy. That much red pepper paste is not going to make it into some sort of spicy curry dish, so don't worry.
At this stage you need to taste it. It could be either too salty or even have a little bit too much doenjang depending on your taste. If that's the case, add a bit of water, so I've done that there. Of course, if you feel like it's too bland, you can add a bit of salt or just boil it down a little bit further. Now we can add our nangi and we're going to cut it up. You could cut the nangi up earlier if you want, but if you have a pair of kitchen scissors, they're fantastic for just throwing it in the pot and then cutting. And 10 minutes of boiling is all you need really, and look at that, beautiful. This is perfect. Nangi holds its shape really well, so even if you have it the next day, it's not going to be all mushy and, you know, like gross is not the right word, but it's going to be sort of still crunchy, and it's still going to have this beautiful, little bit harder texture to it. So look at that. Oh yes, this is absolutely beautiful, and the smell coming from this is amazing. It really does have a very distinctive flavor that just goes so well with soybean, and it just reminds you of waking up on those early spring mornings. There's a bit of sort of dew on the grass, and it's not hot in the morning, it's still a bit chilly. Oh, this is amazing. Alright, hope you enjoyed that. We're going to eat this dish, so stick around and let's see how this thing tastes.
Alright. Oh, you've got to start with the nangi. Let's see how this is. Nangi has a very distinctive flavor, and it's earthy, but not like dirt flavor, but it's that sort of earthiness that you associate with a well-cooked meal in the countryside. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but nangi just has that perfect vegetable flavor. It's not bland, but it's not overpowering. So it's not like you're eating cabbage. Cabbage is very bland, right? Then we've got doenjang. We've got that soybean flavor, which goes so well. And of course, the mushrooms. Look at these mushrooms. Full of flavor, because we've cooked them first. We got the water out of them. They're just absolutely packed with flavor, and they're well seasoned too, because we put the salt on it. So good, just such a great combination. And then tofu. Tofu soaks up the flavor that we've cooked it in, and it just adds to the dish. Gives a lot of volume to it. Like, it means you've got a lot there to eat. Very hearty meal with a lot of very earthy flavors that work well together. Alright, I'm going to eat this. I highly recommend you try this dish if you can. Getting a hold of nangi can be difficult, but you can always adjust things if you want. Spinach is a really good one to use instead. I want to try one with, it's called shiregi, which is a type of Korean one. So there's a lot of different ways you can do this instead of just using nangi. And the flavor will be different, but it's the same idea. Earthy flavors, sort of from the ground. We're pulling things out of the ground and cooking with it. So good. Alright, I'll let you guys get back to whatever you're doing. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. Every week I post a new Korean recipe. I've been living in Korea for 18 years now. That's almost half my life. And every week, post a new Korean dish. Hope you enjoyed the video, and 안녕히 계세요. Thanks for watching.